win. One is a push. Those would be that would be the stakes. I only win if they don't win a single playoff game. You win if they get to at least I guess it would be the conference championship game or further. Do you agree with that terms, and then we can discuss stakes?
I agree with those terms.
Does that seem fair?
Yes.
Okay. I'm so glad you said yes. So obviously, there's no sense in betting actual dollars with you. You wouldn't know if you lost it. So
come on.
Let's bet this. Can we show this? The loser has to do this in homage to the Bills Mafia. I really hope we have this video ready, or else this entire bit is not going to work. Yeah, there we go. There we go. On TV, if the Bills make the conference championship game or further, I will do that. And if they go one and done in the playoffs, you will do that.
Here, Lloyd.
He said yes.
Here, Lloyd, this helps.
He said yes.
Tell everybody what this is exactly. This is ketchup and mustard, and it's a full bath. You're willing to do it, Nick?
Oh, I won't have to.
Don't do it, Nick.
The Bills in the conference championship game? I do like that Jenna really thought the audience needed an explanation of what was happening here. I think people got it. Like, what else could that possibly be? But I'm not going to. Colin's going to have to do it. Colin is going to have to do it. Live on what, Brandon? You think the Bills are going to win multiple playoff games?
Listen, if Colin wins, this will be there forever. Will forever be on the internet with you with ketchup and mustard. Are you sure you want to do this?
Of course I'm sure
Your
I want to do this.
grandkids will see
I
this.
also won't lose. That's fine. What up, Wild?
There's zero chance Colin is doing this. There is zero chance Colin is doing this. Zero. You'll be able to make another bet, but you should start creatively thinking of something because Colin is not doing this.
No, he's sure.
Zero chance.
He said yes.
Wait a minute. I know we have to move on. We have to stay here for a moment. Because while I did bully my friend and mentor, Colin Cowherd, into a bet I'm certain he instantly regretted, I am not going to let Kevin Wildes question Colin Cowherd's gambling integrity. He made the wager. If the Bills get knocked out in the first round of the playoffs, he will honor the wager.
He has to do it.
There is no question about it. Joy Taylor is going to stand on his throne of a desk. He is going to stand beneath her, and she is going to squirt him with ketchup and mustard. It is a throne. It's a perfect angle to be sprayed with ketchup and mustard.
And that is a good time to move on.
And bet that he won't do it.
He has the best set on TV.
Let us now put that to bed and head to Pittsburgh. After starting the season 11-0, Steelers finally lost a game in Week 13. We said it was a hiccup, one loss. Most said they'd be fine. Then they lost in Week 14. Now it's heartburn, back-to-back losses, and the world is ending. Drama aside, the quarterback looks his age, the run game non-existent, and the defense is just riddled with injuries. Not to worry, though. Big Ben thinks they've got time to figure this all out. Take a listen.
There's a lot of outside noise, right? And deservedly so. We haven't played well. We've lost 2 in a row. The fans are getting anxious. The talking heads are doing what they're supposed to do and talk bad about us and all that stuff, which is, we've earned it and deserved it recently. What I would tell guys and the mindset and the approach that I'm taking is it's not the end of the world. We've got 3 games left in the regular season. We have guaranteed ourselves a chance in the playoffs. So we're in the postseason. We have 3 weeks now to get it going, to turn it around, to give ourselves the best chance to reach our ultimate goal, which is winning a Super Bowl.
Brandon, this was your hometown team. This was your AFC pick. Do you trust Big Ben and the now 11-2 Pittsburgh Steelers?
Woo, Jenna, little kid, grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 241 Mayflower Street. Grew up playing ball with my black and yellow on. My car, my 72 Cutlass is black and yellow. After the Pittsburgh Steelers, that's the inspiration. This year I came out. Brandon, give me your preseason predictions. What's going to happen this year? Oh, just look out for the Tennessee Titans. Look out for the Buffalo Bills, the Indianapolis Colts. Russell Wilson will be MVP. The Seattle Seahawks will go to the Super Bowl. And what? the Pittsburgh Steelers would go to the Super Bowl, right? And then you guys laughed at me. Oh, noodle arm Big Ben. You guys got on me. How the heck can you say this team is going to be good? And they start off 11-0, and now we're on a 2-game slide.
How's it feeling?
That's all bad.
Now, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, man. Look. Listen, 11-2 is great. A lot of teams will give a leg and an arm to be 11-2, but here's the deal. We have real problems in Pittsburgh. We are the Walking Dead on defense. That's our strength. We've always been a defensive city, a defensive team, an organization. We play good ball, and we always run the ball. That's who the Pittsburgh Steelers is. Their identity hasn't changed, Nick, in 25 years. And now all of a sudden we can't run a lick. Like, come on. We have real problems, and I'm concerned. I'm truly concerned.
Yeah, it should be concerned because the defense needs to be A+ for this team to be able to make the Super Bowl, and you do fear that they're too injured. I don't question the talent of the defense. You fear they're too injured in order to carry the offense. And the offense, most notably, the lack of balance, and Big Ben's numbers, if you just look at raw yardage, look fine, but yardage per attempt is terrible. I think they're in real trouble, and I think you saw the signs of it well before they lost these 2 games. The Steelers, if you go over their schedule and give them letter grades for each game, they remind me of, if I'm being, he won't mind. It reminds me of my son in high school. First month of school, A, B, A, and it's like, oh, must be basketball eligibility coming up. You cleared that threshold, now let's look at the grade card. Okay, second half against Tennessee, that's a D. Ravens game where Lamar has 4 turnovers, you almost lose, that's a C-. Cowboys game where you're down 10 in the 4th quarter, that's a D. Oh, you got a couple A's, Cincinnati and Jacksonville. Oh, those were just attendance grades. It was show up and you get the A. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, now we're back to D. The Ravens game with RG3, you almost lost, losing to Washington. I'll give you a C- for the Buffalo game. When's the last time the Steelers looked great? Honestly, the answer's the Browns game before Halloween. So Wilds, I don't think it's just a 2-game blip. I think it's a 2-month trend. Now they'll get back on track because they get another completion grade this weekend, show up against Cincinnati, you'll win and you'll look good. But I think they're in big trouble right now.
Okay. I've got issues with every single person on the set right now. Jenna, for your ice skating take earlier, going to break, I still haven't wrapped my head around that. Nick, the stuff you're doing to the Steelers right now, we're not allowed to do to the Chiefs. When Patrick Mahomes throws 3 interceptions and takes a 30-yard sack, we're like, wow, shows the grit of the team. Shows that he's able to come back. The 30-yard sack, actually a highlight. Granted, that was my take, but you co-signed it. And Brandon, I got a text from a longtime Steeler fan, and he said, Kevin, how are you? I said, fine. He said, thank you for supporting the Steelers. And I said, you know what? I don't deserve this text because that's Brandon Marshall's job. And I will give you a little lesson on how to do it right now, just because we're all new on the show. Patriots, 4% chance making the playoffs. Looking good, on the way up. You know, darkest before the dawn. Cam Newton's on the way back. Oh, guess who's back? Julian Edelman. Don't let us win a few games. Well, got Brian Flores coming back. You think Bill Belichick's going to lose to a rookie quarterback and one of his proteges? No way. I'd be very careful if I was the rest of the AFC. But you're getting too nervous. You're getting too nervous about the 11-2 Steelers. And Nick, sorry, now I'm going to go back to you. Now, you got to be confident. Back to you. In your laminated prediction of all the games, did you have the Steelers at 11-2? And if you didn't, be honest, are they overachieving or underachieving?
No, they've overachieved.
Good take, Wilds.
They've overachieved. They're better than I thought they would be. But they also have not looked anything like a contender since halftime against Tennessee, which was before Halloween. And they are a team that is judged by, can you make the Super Bowl? Because they're the Steelers, because they were last year 8-8 despite having the worst quarterback play in football, because they were the last remaining undefeated team. And there's a reason why you're like, we can't do this to the Chiefs. For the record, you can do whatever you want to the Chiefs. You can say they're ripe for the picking. You can say they're overrated. You can call them the 2011 Green Bay Packers, going to go 15-1 and lose the first playoff game. The problem is you still got to show up for the shows in the playoffs. Those takes are available. No one's on that corner. No one's on the Chiefs are actually overrated corner. I'd love for someone to stake it out. Let's see how that works out for you. The reason
they won a Super Bowl
even though
last year.
Brandon, right, but Brandon, and I want to support Brandon in this. The reason that even though Brandon picked them to go to the Super Bowl, he's anxious about it is because they don't look good. There's only so much lipstick you can put on this thing, and the record is the only thing impressive about the Steelers right now, given their injuries on defense and their lack of knowing what they want to be on offense. But hey,
Big Ben says they're going to turn things around. Big Ben's got confidence. All right, let's get back to the NBA now. And we finally heard from James Harden. Though wait till you hear how he broke his silence. That's next. But first, Kevin Harlan calling NBA preseason games from his own home.
Sacramento, scene of Game 2 in our preseason double.